We have discussed a variety of courses in our ULTV Student Diary series, and we tried to cover as many as different courses in the series from different domains, from different universities and parts of the world. In today's session, we'll discuss one such course in which creativity and management are intertwined. This program aims to produce professional graduates and creative thinkers. Good evening, everyone. Welcome to University Living YouTube channel. You are watching ULTV Student Diaries. I'm Shefali Shrivastava, your study abroad buddy. Masters of Creative Industries and Masters of Media and Communication program provides a profound understanding of how the media and creative sectors operate by sharing knowledge and expertise from range of industries including film, television and press and social media and internet, art, tourism and whatnot. Every field nowadays needs someone with a creative thinker, and I think that's where this program will have a lot of information for you guys. We are joined by Ashwin Sabapathi from Macquarie University, who brings more knowledge on this topic. Welcome, Ashwin. How are you?
Hi, I'm fine, and I hope you have a good day, all of you. And it's been an honor to be on this YouTube channel, and I would love to share the knowledge I've gained over the past few months that I've been here, if it
Thank you
will
so
help
much, Ashwin.
someone.
Thank you
Yeah.
so much, Ashwin, from joining us all the way from there. And this is the first time that we are covering a course which is related to mass communication, or which is related to communication and creative thinking. We have done a lot of course covered in the future. In the past, we have covered around social media, around digital marketing and MBA, and finance and everything, physiotherapy. But this is the first time that we are talking about a creative thinking course. So I believe your input's gonna be a very crucial information for anybody who's planning to pursue their career into media and communications. Now, before we dive into the conversation, I would like to understand that how Australia is so far for you. How is Australia treating? Is it like, was Australia has been your first choice when you planned your study abroad destination?
Not exactly. My first choice was England, but then I really felt that the stay back options there are not as good as what it is in Australia. Plus, the work restrictions and the freedom that Australia gives is more than what UK or Ireland gives. Plus, the opportunities that this country provides is really good. And it also provides a much safer, a much more friendlier environment than what England or most of the countries around the world provide. That's my feeling because after I have come here, I've literally seen what humanity can be, how people can actually be very nice to you, very understanding and patient when they deal with you.
That's nice. So Australia has much more to offer you compared to other countries. And you, of course, gave a full thought to it that how the post-study visa is there, how what's going to be the option once you complete your graduation or once you complete your master's. Because that's very important. You're going to live in that country for a long period of time. So you need to cover, you need to understand the different aspect of that country as well. That once you're not a student, then what that country offers you. Makes sense, Ashwin. That means that you made a very well-researched decision, I must say.
Thank you. Yes, it did take me a while to, actually decide on Australia. I was also recommended by a few of my friends that Australia has better options and better, post-study work visa and PR options compared to other places. I do agree that sometimes the government work here is slightly slow because, in fact, my visa here was delayed by 4 months because of the visa crisis. I was actually planning for July 2022 when my visa was delayed. I applied in June, got it in October. So yeah, but otherwise, I would say things are okay. So far, so good. People are understanding and friendly here.
Right. So at least you got visa and now you're pursuing your course. So that means there was a delay, but it is better than, without giving it a try. So something is better than nothing, I'll
Absolutely.
say. So
Absolutely.
Ashwin, you must have given any kind of English proficiency test for your,
Yes.
study abroad destination. So which test you gave, and if you can share more details about that, that would be.
Yeah, I mean, I did give the IELTS, the International English Language Testing System. I've given like it. I've given it twice. Once in 2017 and once in 2020. 2017, when I was trying for England, I did give it, but then due to personal reasons, I could not pursue my application there, and it actually turned out to be good because the stay back options here are better. And the second thing is, when I did it in 2020, my score was slightly better with the IELTS. And one more thing was, it was easier because this time I did it through advice English, rather, and but the previous time was through the British Council. The British Council has a slightly tougher exam, a tougher pattern, whereas compared to advice.
Okay. So you were well prepared this time, and you would recommend IELTS over any other examination. We understand, correct?
I would surely recommend. I mean, if that's the only criteria you need for your program, then I would say yes, IELTS is the better option because it's easier to study. I hardly prepared for like 2 to 3 weeks and I was able to get like 7.5. I would really recommend that.
Right. Nice. Okay. So we got to know that you've planned your study abroad journey from 2017, I must say, but due to some reasons you had to postpone it, and then because of visa it got delayed a little bit. But you have been planning your study abroad journey for quite a while, I'll say. So did you plan your funding options as well? Did you opted for a loan, or did you got any scholarship? How did you fund your study abroad destination dream?
I did get a scholarship in Australia. The Macquarie University early bird scholarship provides $10,000 per year, or they take like $10,000 off your tuition fee. So I got a 50,000. I got a $70,000 course for $50,000. And apart from that, yes, I was looking at the other options as well. I really thought if I could get a full scholarship, it'll be good. So I did look at the Australian Award Scholarship, which gives you not just a full ride, but also the pocket money you would need for your sustenance here. But the catch in that is you cannot stay in Australia after your course for 2 years. For 2 years, you're not allowed to stay in Australia. And if you're found
Okay.
to be living here, you have to return back the money that the scholarship gave you. But
Okay.
apart from that, yes, I did look at other universities as well. I did get offers from RMIT, University of Adelaide, and I did try for the University of Griffith as well. But this one, this university, the program they offered was more feasible, was more interesting to me compared to the other ones. And the options here are really good as well and a little more affordable for me. And yes, when I was trying for England, I did look at the Commonwealth Scholarship, which gives you a full ride. And they don't have too many criteria also. So I would recommend that for students who are pursuing their studies in the UK.
Okay. So did you went for any loan, or is it like personally financed?
Personally financed. My
Okay.
family was against me taking a loan, even though I wanted to do it on a personal note. My family was against it. They wanted to fund it themselves so that, my dad was like, I do not want you starting your career in Australia with a loan. I would rather have you working on something better.
Makes sense.
So
It
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 was
does take a lot of
all,
burden out of your shoulder if there is no such loan available. But yeah, but there are many
yes,
options available these days which have better interest rates, and I think better availability with respect to education loan. I think if anybody is looking for an education loan, they can go out and check university living as well. We have such value-added services on our website. Now, moving forward, I would love to know about this course. Uh, there are a lot of people who would love to know about this course. Now, there are two masters in this. So, how does this master of creative industry and master of media and communication works? Like, what is this course exactly? What are the prerequisites for this course? Because you're pursuing a postgraduate course over there. And what does
yes.
this course entail?
And this is a double degree course, which gives you not just a technical edge in the media industry, but also a marketing and communication edge, which will help you learn how to, on ways you can start networking, on ways you can learn to, show out your talent, sell yourself, rather than, just um, telling you like these are the technicalities, this is how you do it, and making you just look at a particular, area. It gives you a much wider prospect, teaches you a much wider aspect of working, and also puts you in touch with really good professionals in this industry. Because one thing was, I already have a master's degree from India. I have masters in visual communication from India, but I felt I still hadn't got the edge that I thought I would. That's why I decided I would do another master's degree here. And I'll tell you, the kind of units you're allowed to take here, the kind of encouragement professors give you, the kind of support this university gives is really good. They give you help in so many ways that will not just help you, complete your assignments or things. It'll also help you make your resume a lot better.
Right. And how does this course differs from Indian context? Like in India, also a lot of people are opting for masters in communication
Yes.
and creative thinking. How does this course differs from Indian context?
One major factor I've seen is in the Indian context, most of these courses, it just, focus on technical aspects rather than the communication, or if they focus on the communication, they do not focus on the technicals. But here, this course gives you a blend of everything you wish to learn. Because one thing, and most courses in India are aimed at, teaching you theories and principles rather than, giving you a wider practical prospect. Whereas this course entails you with a very wide practical knowledge and also a lot of research oriented studies. I have assignments here for which I need to do a lot of research before I can submit my final report. And I can also, show off my ideas and knowledge, which these professors actually give you the space to do it. They are like, if you have things to add, we are ready to listen to you, because this should be a mutual learning where we can also learn from you and you will learn from us.
Yeah, it's like give and take over there, and it's not just a professor-student relationship, it's a relationship like a friend over there with the professors, I understand.
Absolutely. In fact, the interesting part is we are not allowed to call our professors as sir or madam. We are, in fact, asked to call them by their names.
First name
And
basis,
in
yeah.
yeah, and in fact, these professors, every time they talk to you, every time we enter our classroom, they'll be like, "Hi, how was your weekend?" or things like that. They'll literally converse with you like a good friend, and they would help you with anything you want.
Correct. Correct. So, Ashwin, you said that your visa got delayed and you went over there around in October. So, did you also did online classes while your course might have been started over there?
Yes, I did start my online, but one thing was, being in a very practical course, the online mode of learning was not very helpful for me. I did it in August last year. It was not helpful, but the university keeping in had kept in mind the visa crisis that was going on, because of which they decided to reopen the deferment option for students who are studying abroad and not able to come to Australia. And so
Okay.
I decided that, and so 3 weeks into the online learning, I decided I would take the deferment option, because it really was not giving me the knowledge or the experience that I was expecting to get. And I think that was one of the best decisions I could have ever taken, because it gave me a chance to, come here and practically experience everything that I was listening online. It
Right.
literally felt like I was looking through a CCTV camera rather than, taking part in discussions.
Right, right. So, of course, so if you're getting an option where you can defer and continue this in next year, that's something which you should definitely go ahead, because the whole experience is about practical knowledge and learning, and that's what makes study abroad different from your domestic country. So that's why this whole
Exactly.
year exposure is there. Right, Ashwin, now you've already covered a little portion of the next question that I'm going to ask, but however, I really would like to you again emphasize on this. What made you
Yeah.
choose Macquarie University over any other university in UK or in Australia?
Macquarie, one thing, the first thing was when I was actually looking out for Australia, one of the first few universities that came up during my research was Macquarie University and this particular program. So when I started researching about this program, I found out that this gives you so many options, so many units that I have never studied or I could never think of doing on a in a regular course back in India. Because my course back in India did not give me these options. Whereas here I'm getting these options. And the second thing was this you only have like 4 units that you have to do every semester, and the classes here are very flexible. So I felt this would, give me a chance to not just explore, not just study, but also to explore other things here, other venues I can get. And the other thing was Macquarie. I really liked the course structure that they had kept. And when I was looking through the profile of some of the professors here, I found out that they are actually really high-end professionals who have extreme knowledge about the industry and have created very good students who have taken on the various challenges and have actually climbed the ladder. That
Correct.
was one of the major points I considered when I was actually applying for this course.
Right. So, Ashwin, what I can understand from all the conversation that we had so far is that you did your research pretty well in advance, and that's what made the difference with respect to your study abroad journey. And this is a key point that every viewer should take from here. You are pursuing domestic studies, you're pursuing study for outside study. You need to do a well research, you need to be well planned and well researched. If you have well researched, if you have done your planning enough, you will know about the in and outs. You'll make a better informed decision rather than just a hasty decision. So it's very important for anybody to understand the professors also, their background, because ultimately these professors are going to give you the lectures, they're going to share the industry knowledge with you. And if they don't come with a practical exposure, they will only give you theoretical knowledge, whether they are in India, whether they are in any other part of the country or of the world, actually. So, Ashwin, thank you so much so far. And I hope the viewers do take this point that they do it, their research well planned and well in advance. Now, moving forward in this show, a lot of universities have a lot of clubs, and Macquarie is known for their variety of extracurricular activities and clubs. So, we would like to know, what clubs would you recommend as a communication student to join? And how does these clubs add value to a student's journey?
They do. This university has more than 90 to 100 clubs and 100 clubs in societies. And I would really recommend that it is interesting for you to join clubs like, the photography club or the climbing club, the chess club, or even we do have clubs that are connected to the liberal party and the labor parties here. You can join them for a host of interesting activities that you will get. And the other thing I would really recommend is the way there are various societies regarding your educational background, your religious background, your ethnical background here. I mean, for example, we do have the Macquarie Indian Society, which is one of the best Indian societies here. The other one is the Macquarie. And similarly, for every country, we do have societies and we do have religious clubs as well, like the Hillsong Club, the the Catholic Club or the
Okay.
Islamic Society. So
Okay.
yeah, you do. So every need that you have, every wish that you want to satisfy, you do get your clubs here to satisfy them. And you do get your chance also for a host of curricular, extracurricular, and co-curricular activities as well. Because Macquarie is a very good football club that I have joined, and I do play over there at times. And we do have, so it's like a really good place where you not just study but you make friends for life.
Correct, correct. And how does these clubs help you with your networking, with your, with kickstarting your career?
During the events that they host, some of these clubs, you do meet a lot of new people that you didn't have imagined. You do meet a lot of professionals at times. And of course, we do have programs like the Global Leadership Program. We do have the enactors here, the incubator programs through which you will get in touch with industry professionals. You have to, have a lot of these industrial activities happening, that you should be a part of it. And you should also learn to interact with other professionals who are like you, who are looking out for opportunities as well. So you do have a lot of guest lectures, a lot of practical programs happening now and then to give you the technical edge that you need.
Okay, great. I didn't realize we're almost near the end of our session, but I do have a
Ah,
couple of questions, and I think they're gonna add more value to these students, to the viewers. So, if you
sure,
want to
ma'am.
understand how has your expectation landed you over there, like you might have an expectation before you started your journey as an international student. Did your expectation met the reality, or was it different?
I would say yes, it did meet my expectations to a big extent, because yes, this place has a very friendly atmosphere, a very warm, welcoming atmosphere, and the campus itself is very beautiful. You have a lot of facilities where, I mean, in fact, they have a page where you can actually see people sleeping around the university. I mean, we have a page. You're allowed to, if you're tired, you have spaces where you can rest. If you want to study, you have these quiet spaces, and the library here is very extensive, where you can even go up to 12 o'clock or more than that if you're a student, if you have the student ID card. So as I
Okay.
was saying, yes, this place has met my expectations, because you have so many good facilities here, including facilities where you can relax, you can enjoy, you can just have your me time. Or if you want some quiet study time, you have other places like, for example, we have a building called the Central Courtyard, where you have classes happening, where you have cafes, where you have these spaces, these comfortable, cushiony spaces where you can just sit, relax, study, and go about with your assignments or anything like that. Plus, the entire campus is connected by a very good Wi-Fi network, which is available to you always. And the other thing I would really say is this campus has some really good, um, places where you can just um, uh, go around, enjoy yourself, have a little me time, and connect with your friends and family as well.
Right. So I'll understand that your expectation has exceeded well enough, and you are thoroughly enjoying your period over there in Australia and in Macquarie University, correct?
Yes, because
Great.
I mean, yeah, we do have a lot of social events happening. We do have a lot of parties happening. We do, so yes, it is like, a chance for you to meet people, make friends.
Great, great. Now it brings me to the another question that is very important for anybody who's planning their study abroad journey, because ultimately the reason people consider study abroad dream to be little expensive is not just because of this funding option with respect to the university or schools, but also due to the fact that the cost of living in these countries seems to be higher to anybody who's planning their journey from India, if we talk about. So what is the cost of living in Sydney as an international student?
I would say yes, the cost of living is quite high over here, and it is difficult to maintain yourself without a part-time job, because everything here, I mean, for example, if for a simple shopping bill can go anywhere between $20 to easy, can go easy up to like 150 $200, for even though the quantity you might have bought is not much. For example, I can give you a few of my prices.
Sure.
For example, if you need to get um, a dishwasher, it can cost, I mean, a dishwashing soap can cost you anywhere between $31, $20 to $31. A toothbrush can be anywhere between can be $22. Something like food products like your like rice, or you get frozen chapatis or frozen breads, which can cost you anywhere between $10 to $30 or $40. So I would say yes, this is an expensive city, and you need to be well prepared in advance before coming, because only if you can handle your finances properly, you can survive over here. But yes, I mean, getting jobs here will have to have your networks properly, unless, and you need to know exactly where to go, where to apply, and only then they will actually take you. And the other thing is, make sure you have your references, because most places here ask for people to refer you. Only if you get your references, you can start working here for most of
Okay.
these companies.
Okay. Makes sense. Makes sense. So if you have part-time job opportunities, it is easier to manage your day-to-day activities. And of course, all these activities, all these cost of living may also vary with the fact that you cook in-house or you eat outside a lot or you party a lot. That's all. And you are living near the campus or you're living pretty far from the campus, because of course that commute charges,
Yeah.
transportation also takes a lot of toll on the pricing part if we talk about. Thank you so much,
Eh,
Ashwin. Yeah, you're saying something.
Absolutely. And the other thing is, it does matter that you eat abroad, you eat outside, or you eat here, because eating outside, your bill can easily go up to 20 or $21, which is a very big sum of money over here. The other
Correct.
thing is, even a small juice can cost you anywhere between can cost you easily $8 to $10. So you need to be careful about your finances before
Correct.
you invest in something.
Correct. Correct. Thank you so much, Ashwin, for joining us today. And before I wrap up this whole conversation, any 2 cents of advice you would like to give for anybody who's planning their study abroad journey right now while watching this?
I would say three important things that people should consider is, first, proper research about the country that you are going to, because you need to know exactly what you're getting into and where you're getting into before you can actually decide. The second thing is, do your research about the course properly. Try to talk to as many people as possible regarding your course, and see if it will actually add value to your resume before you take it. The third point I would say is, make sure that the courses that you are financially strong and you have planned out the tuition fee arrangements for your course, because the tuition fee can range any can can be anywhere between 25, I mean, it can be between 20 to 20 lakhs to almost a crore, depending on the course that you have taken.
Right.
And as far as possible, try to get a scholarship. Even a small scholarship can help you.
Right. Right. Thank you so much, Ashwin. So research well and
My
of course
pleasure.
select a course with respect to the, that will add value to your professional growth, not for any course which your friends are pursuing, which your family say, just go for it. Don't follow any trend blindly. Research well, thought well, plan your finances well in advance so that you are not obligated of finding a part-time job immediately as soon as you land, because then your focus shifted from studying to earning more money, which results, of course, which will affect your studies, and that you are not there just to earn money. You are there to also study and earn a good decent amount of money. So you need to be well planned, you need to be well researched. On this note, we'll be closing our session. Thank you so much for joining us today. We hope you found it useful. Looking forward to seeing you guys next Friday at 5 p.m. Stay tuned to our social media handles for more information. Thank you so much, Ashwin, for joining us.
My pleasure. Thank you, ma'am.